Human? I've been trying to wake you for a while now. I didn't want to wake you, you look so peaceful, but I fear that you may be getting cold. I see that brownies and boggarts have been up to no good once again. Oh dear. You haven't realised yet, have you? How do I say this? You're not wearing any clothes. You're naked. One moment, I think I have just the thing. Here, try this on. You're small, just like us now, so it should fit you like a glove. It'll make do until I can get an outfit properly fitted for you. Oh, well, brownies are a type of fairy that are generally quite mischievous in nature, but a boggart is a brownie turned bad. To turn bad, they must have been irritated in some way or another. Oh, dear human, you're with the fairies now. You seem rather taken aback. It really is rather astonishing. Don't you agree? I mean, just close your eyes for a moment. Tell me what you're feeling right now. Can you feel that overwhelming sense of pure joy? Well, you better get used to that feeling. This place is it's truly a magical marvel. And if you ever feel burdened down with a worry, or you catch yourself overthinking, you can just stop for a moment, take a deep breath, look at your surroundings, take it all in, and in that moment, nothing else matters. I mean, that's the pleasant effect that this place has on you. And as much as the pair of us could just stand here taking it all in for hours, I think it's time I introduce you to the Fairy King. He is the all-seeing, all-knowing leader. And where you are obviously human, you're not technically supposed to be here, so hopefully he can help us come to a decision on what we should do. There's an old poem about the Fairy King, actually. I can recite it to you while we walk if you'd like. You would? Okay. High on the hilltop, the old king sits. He is now so old and grey, he's nigh lost his wits. The Fairy King was old, he met the witch of the world. Aha, king, quoth she, now thou art old like me. Nay, witch, quoth he, I am not old like thee. The king took off his crown, it almost bent him down. His age was too great to carry such a weight. Give it here, she said, and clapped it on her head. The crown sank to the ground. The witch no more was found. Then sweet spring songs were sung. The Fairy King, he grew young. His crown was made of flowers. He lived in woods and bowers. You see, in that short poem it foretells the king's entire history. He is hundreds of years old, but gained a youthful appearance and immortality. What's that? Oh, you wish to know more about the mischievous fairies? Well, as I said, the brownies are generally mischievous at the best of times, but brownies can turn bad. If they turn bad, then they turn into a boggart, and they may not be so harmless then. I mean, they dragged you out of your own home and brought you here and stole all your clothes, so I think you can believe that one for yourself. And then there are the pixies, also known as the piskies, and they're just harmless pranksters really. They don't ever do anything too outlandish, they just kind of move stuff like your car keys so it's not where you put it, or they'll tap things around your house and make noises to confuse you. Harmless fun to them really. But But then there are more malicious creatures such as the hobgoblins. They usually wish to harm someone or something in some way. It's an old folk tale that they travel by riding on the backs of animals, and unfortunately the animals that have been used in this sense end up falling sick and usually passing. Or if they spot a weary traveller wandering around in the middle of nowhere, they may lead them astray. But there are also evil fairies and creatures of the night. They usually reside deeper within the darkest forests. They may lead a human into danger, situations that will lead to the end of that person's life, and they are known for snatching babies from the cradle and replacing it for a changeling. You want to know what a changeling is? A changeling is a baby fairy, and evil fairies try to fool or con the baby's mother into thinking that the changeling is actually their baby. There have actually been stories of changelings growing up and actually being raised by human parents, only to cause misfortune to the family later on in life. That's quite sad, really. Although these evil fairies are not found quite so often now in the modernised world. Oh, you're worried that I'm not a trustworthy fairy? Look, I understand your worry, but I promise you, you can trust me, okay? Okay. You see that mound over there? The fairy mound. Oh, I forget you're a newbie to all of this. To see the fairy mound, you have to close your eyes and imagine what it would look like. You have to want it. Okay. Close your eyes and imagine. Can you see it? Good. Now bring it more into focus. Really imagine that you're walking through the opening. Imagine the fairies you're going to meet inside, this magical place that you almost can't believe until you've seen it with your very own eyes. Good job, it's there. Now open your eyes and look. Isn't it beautiful? This is the fairy mound. We don't all reside here. This is mainly for fairies of royalty because the mound provides immediate protection against potential threats. Okay, step through. Don't be shy, I'll be right behind you, I promise. Just walk on through. 1 step, 2 step. Oh, I can't believe you fell for it. Help, help, the walls are closing in. Stop screaming and accept your fate, child. Ah, yes. Some of the fairies in the forest will hide their malicious intentions to lead someone to their trap. The child won't be escaping anytime soon. They shall be stuck within the fairy mound for all eternity. The moral of the story here is to never trust a fairy. This is the fairy mound. We don't all reside here. This is mainly for fairies of royalty because the mound provides immediate protection against potential threats. Okay, step through. Don't be shy, I'll be right behind you, I promise. Just walk on through. Oh, mind the step. Oh no, oops. What did I say? You've got to look where you're going. Okay, take a look around. Yeah, there are so many fairies here. Oh, look to your left. They are the Jester fairies. They dedicate their life to being the royals' entertainment, and I might say that they do a really good job. I've sneaked into a few of the performances myself. Makes me tempted to completely change my career prospects, if I'm honest. Over there are the elemental fairies, so there are earth fairies, fire fairies, water fairies, ice fairies. there are fairies for basically everything. Fruit fairies, rainbow fairies, animal fairies. There are fairies that take on different jobs, like the jester fairies you saw a moment ago. Anyway, I do digress. We are here to see the Fairy King. Step this way, and try not to say too much. Let me do the talking. The Fairy King, as nice as he is, doesn't always take to humans very easily. Hello, my king. I found another human on my travels today. I thought I would bring them back here and see about how we're going to get them home. But that's assuming that the human wanted to go home. Were you wanting to go home or reside here in the fairy realm? We could make a proper fairy of you. You want to stay here? Will your parents not be worried about you? Well, I suppose you're right. The Immortal King, do we have your blessing to make this human a fairy to be? Oh my god, yes, thank you so much. Well then, in that case, I better start giving you a tour of the place and find a place where you can settle down for the night. Come with me, we're gonna have so much fun.